Hello everyone, this is Shruti Saxena Das, and in today's lecture we are going to discuss about IP packet. IP stands for Internet Protocol and it is used in the third layer of OSI model, which is network layer. And the basic purpose of using this protocol is it takes data from the transport layer, which is the fourth layer in OSI model, and it divides it into packets. And the main concept of IP packet is that it is a connectionless protocol. And this one is used in packet switch network. So everything we do on internet today, it involves packet. So when you send email, in that case also email is transmitted in packets, and each packet carries information that helps in reaching destination. So it is used in packet switching networks. For an example, these are used in Ethernet. And it encapsulates data received from the above layer, which is transport layer. This we discussed that it receives data from the transport layer and divides it into packets. So what it does, whatever data it is receiving from the transport layer, it adds that data into its own header information. So the basic structure of the packet is like this. We are having header, this is IP header, and this is the data. Okay, so what it does, it receives the data from the transport layer, which is the fourth layer, and it encapsulates data. Whatever data it has received, it encapsulates that data with the header, and this header must be containing information about the destination and other information also that we'll discuss. And the size of this header is 20 to 60 bytes. Size of the header is approximately 20 to 60 bytes. And whatever data you are encapsulating along with this header, this is known as IP payload. Okay, and this header is IP header, which contains all the necessary information to deliver the packet at the other end to the destination. So what information it covers, that we'll discuss now. So header is something like this, the structure is like this. Each of these rows are of 32 bits, 1 byte each. The first information which is stored is version. So version means if you are using IPv4, like in this case we are discussing IPv4. So IPv4, we are having two versions, IPv4 and v6. In case of IPv4, it uses 32-bit addressing. That's why we are using each row of 32-bit. Okay. So version means which version you are using for internet protocol. So here in this case version is 4. IPv4 means version 4. So here in this case version is 4, and this version field, this is of 4 bit. Then the next one is header length. Header length means what is the length of entire IP header. Okay, each packet contains two information, IP header and data. So what is the length of this header? We discussed that the header size is basically from 20 to 60 bytes, but what is the exact size, what is the exact length, that will be written here. So that information must be stored over here in HLAN. Next one is type of service. Type of service means like it is basically of 8 bits, and it stores the information about which type of service we are going to use, like whether we are focusing on low delay, or we are focusing on high throughput, or we are focusing on reliability. So this field is going to tell about type of service. The next one is total length. This field is of 16 bits, and it contains the information about the total length of IP packet. Like here in this case, HLEN was containing the size of header only, but here total length means what is the size of header plus payload. So total length of this whole packet. So maximum length can be 20 bytes and minimum length can be, maximum length, if we talk about maximum length, it can be 20 byte, sorry, minimum, and maximum can be of 65535 bytes. So this was the first row, in which the first field tells us about version, which IP version you are using. In this case we are using IPv4, that's why the value will be 4. Second field is HLEN, that means what is the length of the header. So header, IP header length can be from 20 to 60 bytes. Type of service means which type of service we are using. Type of service can be low delay, it can be high throughput, or if you are focusing on reliability. Okay, so any of these, or reliability. So any of these. Then next field is total length. What will be the total length? Minimum length can be 20 byte and maximum length can be 65535 bytes. This is byte, don't confuse it with 8. This is B, which is for byte. Then the next row contains information about identification. This identification is of 16 bits. So it will be till here. Then next we have flags for 3 bit, and we have fragment offset. Okay, this will be of 13 bits. Okay, so what identification is? If we discuss about identification, we'll take it like this so that it will be understood in a better way. Now see what identification means. Identification here is of 16 bits, and it tells us that if the IP packet which we are using on network layer is fragmented during transmission, if we are fragmenting it into sub packets, then in that case all the fragments contain the same identification number, so that we can identify the original IP packet they belong to. Okay, so this identification is used by all the sub packets. If you are using fragmentation, if you are dividing the packet into sub packets, in that case this identification number is used to identify the original IP packet they belong to. Okay, this is unique packet ID for identifying the group of fragments of a single IP packet. Okay, so this is the identification. Next is flag. So flag is of 3-bit. Okay, it will be of 3-bit. The first bit, okay, it will be reserved with 0. MSB is always 0. The second bit will tell that we are not using fragmentation. So this, if this is 1, then it will say that fragmentation is there. If this is 0, that means there is no fragmentation. The third one is more fragment flag. If more fragments are needed, then this will be 1, otherwise 0. So it is a 3-bit flag which will tell information like this. First bit will be reserved as 0. Next is fragment offset. In the second row, the last information is about fragment offset. So fragment offset tells about the exact position of the fragment in the original IP packet. Okay, IP packet, if suppose you are using fragmentation and whatever IP packet is there, we are fragmenting it into sub packets. Now what is the exact position of the fragment? So this fragment offset is going to tell about this information. Okay. So it will tell about the number of bytes ahead your particular fragment in a particular packet. So in the next row, we are having information like time to live. It will be of 8 bits. Then protocol. This will be of 8 bits. And then we'll be having header checksum. We'll be having these 3 information in the third row. So we are having next is time to live. So in the third row, the first field is time to live. Now what information we get from this particular field? Time to live means each packet is sent with this value, which tells the network how many routers this packet can cross, and at each hop we have to decrement this value by 1. Suppose time to live, you are sending one packet and you have given time to live as 5. Okay, and this packet is going from one router to the second router. When it will reach the second router, this value will be decreased by 1, and when this value becomes 0, the packet is discarded. This is done so that looping should not occur. So time to live is very important field, and this field basically gives us uh, the information that for how much time or for how many hops your packet will be alive. So this is the feed which tells us the time to live. So this value should be discarded, should be decremented by 1 every time when it reaches a router, next router. And when this becomes 0, when the value becomes 0, packet is discarded. Next field is protocol. It is of 8 bits again. So protocol field tells the network layer at the destination host to which protocol this packet belongs to. Okay, what is the next level protocol? So this will tell that the protocol which you are using is TCP or UDP. If it is TCP, then separate numbers are given, like if TCP is used, then the value will be 6. If UDP is used, the value will be 17. It will be like that. So it this information, this field protocol tells about the next level protocol which is being used, okay, at the destination host. Whether you are using TCP or UDP or some other protocol, each protocol is having some number, so that number must be contained over here in this field. Next is header checksum. Header checksum is used for checking errors. It keeps the checksum value for the entire header. So in uh, second layer, in data link layer, we have discussed about error detection or correction algorithms. In that, this was one of the algorithms, checksum algorithm. So this algorithm, in this algorithm, checksum is stored, and after reaching destination, again checksum is calculated, and we check whether it is same or not. So this particular field will contain the information or the value of checksum for the entire header, and this header checksum is also of 16-bit. In the next row, information is for source address. So we'll be having source IP address. IP address is of 32 bits, so this will be like this. Then we'll be having destination IP address. It will be of 32 bits again, and the last field will be options. Options means that here some security information or timestamp value, these kind of values are stored over here, and if header length is greater than 5, in that case we give the information over here. So normally your header length is, h-length value is, minimum value is 5 and maximum value is 15. So if the value is greater than 5, in that case we give the information, rest of the information over here in options. So this is the reserved one. This is the full structure for IP packet. So IP packet, when you send IP packet, it contains two fields. Basically the structure contains two fields. The first one is header, the second one is data. So data is the one which you are receiving from upper layer, which is transport layer, but header contains this information which is used to reach correct destination. So you have to give which version of IP protocol you are using, you have to give what is the length of header, then you have to specify which type of service you are using, whether you are focusing on low delay, whether you are focusing on giving high throughput, or whether you are focusing on reliability. So this information is given in this field. Then what is the total length? Total length means what is the length of header plus what is the length of payload. So this field covers the total length. Then the next field is identification. In case of identification, if your packet is fragmented, then all the fragments should contain this same identification number. Okay, so that we can identify to which fragment belongs to which packet. Now next is flag. In this, it is a 3-bit flag which tells us about whether fragmentation is there or not. First bit is always reserved with 0. Next is fragment offset. In case of fragment offset, it tells the exact position of fragment in the IP packet. Okay, which part is which packet number. So this is specified by fragment offset. Next is time to live. This particular field is like a counter. We set some counter value and we decrement it every time it reaches the next router. So when the value becomes 0, packet is discarded. Then next is protocol, which protocol you are using as the next level protocol, or in the destination host which protocol you are using, whether it is TCP, UDP or some other protocol, that we need to specify over here. Each protocol is having some number, like TCP is 6, UDP is 17. Next is header checksum. It contains the information regarding checksum value which you have calculated at source. When this packet reaches destination, again the same value is calculated and checked whether it is same or not. Then the next field is source IP address. IP address is of 32-bit. That information will be contained in this field. Then the destination IP address, And the last one is options. Options contain information regarding security, timestamp, or if the header length, which we discussed, that minimum value is 5, maximum value is 15 for header length. So if it is more than that, then in that case uh, we give the information in the options field. This was about IP packet. One more thing is there, don't confuse with the header length and the size of the header. Okay, both are different. Header length and header size both are different. Don't confuse in that. So header size means full header size. So don't confuse in this thing. And I hope you must have understood. In case of any confusion, you can post your queries in the comment section. Thank you so much.